subjected an Audi Q5 to our comparison test gauntlet in 2013. We described its appearance and driving demeanor as that of a dinner roll. How we knew what a dinner roll drives like, we can't quite recall. We went on to point out that the Q5 was a vehicle that will offend no one and excite just as many. We maintained that we were right back then. And not just because the man who wrote those words is the one now tapping out these. Right, we might have been. But 2013 was also the first year that the Q5 narrowly succeeded the A4 as the sales king of all the Audis in this land. By last year, the Q5 outsold the A4 by roughly 40%. And that was less than a decade after the sedan birthed the crossover. Obviously, the Q5's white bread bloodlessness is no disadvantage in the marketplace. All hail the Pale King. For 2018, the Q5 gets not only a new suit of clothes but its first full reworking in the model's 9-year history. This includes a new generation of Audi's familiar turbocharged 2.0-litre four-cylinder, now making 252 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, plus a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic in place of the last Q5's 8-speed conventional automatic, and an all-new platform that integrates more aluminum beds. But like the recently renewed A4 and A4 All-Road, the Q5 is a very familiar all-new car. At a glance, the single .18 Q5 is the same vehicle. The new model being within an inch of the vehicle it replaces in every major dimension. It's 10 pounds heavier than the old one. That's the equivalent of 10 pounds of feathers or rocks or grappes lavod pes. And a closer look reveals a couple of new curves above the wheels. A lazy rolling wave along the sides of the thing. The Q5, like the BMW X3 and the Mercedes-Benz GLC 300, is pleasantly inoffensive, soft in shape and in impact. There are more distinctive-looking crossover options out there, from the edgy Cadillac XT5 to the grotesque Lexus RX. But there is essentially nowhere between the German entries in this class. They are near identical in size. The entry-level versions are all powered by turbocharged 2.0-litre four-cylinder engines. They all weigh around 4,100 pounds. They all claim to get to 60 miles per hour within a few tenths of a second of one another. And who cares about a tenth of a second in the Trader Joe's parking lot? It's a striking example of convergent evolution, furthering the push toward indistinguishableness. Audi is touting the new model as a vehicle that has the sporty characteristics of a sedan, with the off-road capabilities of an SUV, that moves the Q5 into the sphere of sportiness occupied by the BMW X3. Neither of these claims is entirely true, of course. Yes, the Q5 comes with an off-road setting, accessible through its Drive Select Modes toggler, which locks the drivetrain into all-wheel drive, like the A4 All-Roads. The Q5's all-wheel drive is an on-demand system called Quattro with Ultra, meaning that it's a front-wheel drive vehicle most of the time. No shame in that. The system operates seamlessly and is credited by Audi with helping deliver the new model's 3 mpg improvement in city fuel economy. But an off-roader this is soft. Certainly not. A quick drive in the new Q5 reveals much better body control than the first-generation vehicle. There's nothing tricky going on here. The Q5 is not offered with their springs, and our mid-level Premium Plus version had no adjustable soft-dampers, but the coil springs, the fixed-rate dampers, and the rest of the suspension are tuned to deliver a well-controlled ride, free of float, while rounding the edges off sharp impacts, even with the Q5 wearing the optional 20-inch wheels. But a lack of floppiness does not a sporty vehicle make. The Q5 feels refined to the point of flawlessness. A large part of the problem is the steering system. This is the kind of steering that gives electrically assisted systems a bad name. It's accurate, and it's the 15th of August 1 ratio is quick enough. But it is so utterly devoid of feel that not only is the sporty characteristics of a sedan descriptor revealed as bogus, even non-enthusiast drivers might be put off by the artificiality of the steering. It also makes the Q5 feel slightly unsettled on the expressway as its nose seems to drift to and fro with nary a murmur through the steering wheel. At least the Q5's brake pedal feel and stopping performance, 161 feet from 70 miles per hour, are top-notch. For the class. Audi certainly offers a nice turbo 2.0-litre, which is fortunate because it's the only engine available in the regular Q5. The high-performance Q5 will be powered by a turbocharged